For so long, I'd been searching online and on YouTube to find the Cobra soldiers ranked, but all I kept finding was people ranking their favorite Cobra soldiers. Sometimes you just want to get back into the lore and find out some information from the file cards you used to read when you were a kid, just to kind of find out who's who. And today, I thought I would highlight 3 of my favorites, including the Snow Serpent, the Range Viper, and then the Cobra Viper. Now, if you're familiar with the Snow Serpents, these are a level of elite Cobra operatives that I've come to really love and enjoy. But to get to know the Snow Serpent, it begins with the Cobra Frogman, codenamed Cobra Eel. Every Cobra Snow Serpent starts off as a Cobra Eel, whose specialty is underwater demolitions and marine engineering. So the Cobra Eel troopers are the underwater demolition specialists of the Cobra Legion. They man and operate the Cobra Marine outpost disguised as offshore drilling rigs and augment the crews of larger Cobra naval vessels. Cobra Eel troopers undergo a rigorous 2-part training program in the warm shark and pirate-infested waters of the Cayman Islands in the Caribbean and the frigid, dark depths of the North Atlantic. Their training regimen includes marine structural engineering, explosive ordnance, underwater fighting techniques, and marine geology. They are experts in underwater operations. If you need it built, seized, destroyed, or anything in between, they can make it happen. Now, out of these, you get the elite of the elite, the Cobra Snow Serpent or Cobra Polar Assault Viper. Now, these guys are specialized in Arctic operations, and their second military specialty is infantry. It seems like a big leap to go from frogmen to the snow, but Snow Serpents are the Arctic specialist branch of the Cobra Eels or the Cobra Frogmen. So you must undergo the same rigorous training program as the Eels, with the addition of a 6-month cold weather course somewhere above the Arctic Circle. Other aspects of their training include airborne operations under Arctic conditions, of course, anti-tank procedures, and the use of snowshoes, skis, and kayaks. If the Eels are the elite of the Cobra Naval Branch, then the Snow Serpents are the best of the best. I would consider the Eels to be like SEAL Team 6. So to be a Cobra Polar Assault Snow Serpent, you truly are the best of the best. How else could you characterize an individual who would parachute into the ice floe in sub-zero temperatures and then be prepared to march 50 miles with a full field pack, assault rifle, and anti-tank weapon? So these guys really, in my opinion, are the SEAL Team 6 of the Cobra ranks, the best of the best. And that means that the Eels hold a special place in my list as well, but we'll dive into them at another opportunity. Well, what I'm also interested in is I have a soft spot for the Cobra Range Viper. These guys are pretty tough guys, so I like to sprinkle them into all my Cobra legions, because you need guys like this, especially if you're dealing with extreme conditions. Range Vipers are essentially committed to long-term operations deep within unfriendly territory. So I guess we would classify them, if the Eels are SEAL Team 6, these guys are like the Green Berets. They're able to infiltrate unfriendly territory, adapt, overcome. So they go into these places completely cut off from communications or supplies. They have an unusually high tolerance for discomfort and can survive on a diet of snakes, grubs, roots, berries, nuts, and whatever slow rodents they can catch. They are expected to build their shelters out of indigenous materials, usually rocks and mud, and procure their own ammunition by way of hit-and-run raids on enemy and ammo depots. So these guys really know how to survive on their own. In fact, range vipers, for that very reason, are favorites of the Cobra High Command, since they're so inexpensive to sustain. Once they're in the field, they don't cost anything to feed, clothe, arm, or take care of, shelter. Range vipers don't care who they shoot, as long as they shoot at someone or something. That's why the Cobra High Command make sure they stay out in the bush. And finally, we can't talk about Cobra legions or ranks without mentioning the Cobra Viper. The Cobra Viper is essentially the backbone of the Cobra military. If you want to get anywhere in Cobra, you have to start out as a Cobra Viper. That's the bottom of the pyramid, and serving in the Cobra infantry is a small price to pay to gain access to the glittering prizes at the top. Cobra doesn't reward success with parades and medals. They offer material wealth, power, and an outlet for the terrible urges that drive the greedy, the envious, and the cruel. If it doesn't make a Cobra Viper a dangerous opponent, nothing else does. It's interesting that the Cobra Viper is infantry, which is also one of the designations for the Cobra Snow Serpent. One of the confusing things about Cobra ranks is that they don't clearly show a hierarchy or a progression, yet you know that there is, and sometimes they mix and match together, but they are clearly different. The Cobra Viper, though, is the very bottom rung. However, they are highly motivated, superbly trained, and formidably equipped. It seems like most of the information for the Cobra Viper is centered around what they have. They are issued a combination assault/grenade launcher, the rifle part of which can function as a short burst assault weapon, a sustained fire cover support weapon, or a long range marksman rifle with an advanced light intensification night vision telescopic sight with a built-in range finder. The Cobra Viper comes equipped with multi-level or multi-layer body armor and wraparound acrylic/composite helmets with built-in RTO, radio telecommunications gear, as standard issue. I would really like to do a deep dive into some of the other Cobra ranks. So if this is something you're interested in seeing more of, please hit that like button and leave a comment down below so we know which Cobra ranks to explore next.
Don't forget to smash that like button if you want to see more content like this, and leave a comment down below to let us know what you want to see next.